This is Marcy with Private Banking Concepts. I'm actually chatting with you right here in the front seat of the car. We live up in the mountains, and when you have an all-day, filled day full of appointments in the valley, most of these videos or catching up on work is going to be from the front seat of the car. So I just want to say we actually have a workshop in downtown Denver today on Walnut Street. Love to have you join us. It's at 5:30 at Tommy Collier Production Headshots. And we're going to share just a little bit about the basics or Money 101. But today, one of the things I just really wanted to talk to you about was savings. And day before yesterday, I got up and I did my reading. I did my paradigm shifting for me. And then I started doing just a little bit of scrolling on the internet, which I tend to do. But I ran across an article about savings. And years ago, it actually was something that was brought to my attention. I was in some financial issues about 15 years ago. And I really just needed to get myself out. So I needed to change my thinking or change my habit about thinking. Back then, I didn't probably have but several $1,000s in the bank. But what I read this week was 64% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings. What about you? $1,000 or less. If a family emergency, if a health emergency, just if life happens, is $1,000 going to cover it? And I just started really thinking about that. So I just really wanted to just challenge me, everyone, to take a look at their habit in saving their money for an emergency. You can call it an emergency fund, you can call it a savings account, you can call it whatever you want, but make sure it's liquid. Make sure you're doing it habitually, every paycheck, once a month. Have a goal. If you want to save $1,000 in the next 90 days, how much do you need to put away with each paycheck? If you want $10,000 by the end of the month, what would that take? Or the end of 6 months, or the end of a year, what would that take? And then I want you to do this for me. I want you to think about, how would it feel? How would it feel to have an extra $1,000? How would it feel to have an extra $10,000? Well, right now, I know an extra $10,000 makes me feel very secure right here in my gut. So I know that I'm not so different than many people out there. So if this actually just is a reminder for you to get started, I just encourage you to get started on your personal savings today. Whether it be $1 today, $1,000 in a month, or $10,000 in a month to 6 months to a year. Just make sure that you take care of you and you change your habit about money. Have a fabulous day.